It's only one. Mo.
For the same, man. Let the people know about that, how that went.
Man, it was real dope. We left a couple weeks ago. Shit, we was out there for 12 days celebrating my daughter's birthday. She just turned 4 on July 14th. It was my son's birthday on July 3rd. I like to have, I guess, make babies around October. So, you know what I mean? But had a good time and went out to Animal Kingdom for her birthday. She loved the animals. She loves going out there. And that was a real good time. And then, of course, me and the family chilled out in Florida for the next 12. It's funny because Mike, IamMoreMovement.com, the CEO of that, he was out Magic he was out Magic Kingdom.
Oh, snap.
The same day I was out there. I was like, damn, that's crazy. We out there the same day. I didn't get to check him out because it's busy as hell out there. It was hot as hell.
Right.
But yeah, it was cool, man. All in all, I love vacation, but I'm the kind of guy like a couple days, and I like to get back to the routine. I'm a real routine kind of dude, and my routine was broke a little bit, but all in all, man, the kids were happy, family was happy, the wife was happy, so
yeah,
I'm happy.
Yeah.
But I'm glad to get back to fucking work.
Yeah, man, and we're gonna do what we do, man. Keep on delivering this non-stop news here on the Hip Hop Uncensored podcast. If you rock out with us, or if it's your first time listening to the podcast, we need you to do just 2 things. Do not forget to subscribe to this podcast, and also make sure that you give us a rating anywhere between 1 and 5, 5 being the highest, letting us know that you enjoy the podcast. It definitely helps us. If you can't do anything else, just hit that 5-star rating for us. We do appreciate it. But I think we're gonna jump right into this though, Sam, man. If you ain't got nothing else, we're gonna roll, man. We're gonna start off, man, with TK, because we know today he was sentenced to 55 years behind bars for the 2016 home invasion murder that obviously resulted in somebody being killed. He also has to pay a $10,000 fine for murder. Remember, we was talking about that before. Like, you got to pay fines if you commit, different crimes and everything. But crazy situation here. What do you think about this, though, man? Obviously, he's done. I mean, he'd be out 60-something years old. Yeah. So what do you think about this, though?
Can you think about it, man? Like, what really can you think about a young man? I don't even think he's 18, maybe 18, 19 now, and about to sit in jail till he's 70 years old. And when you look at it, and when you look to it leading up, I mean, you had the song, and you had everyone kind of glorifying it, him making fun, him laughing and joking around, taking pictures in jail with the guns up and things like that, just being very young-minded. And now some real shit just happened. Boom. And it's like, whoa, was it all worth it? Now, you were very popular, you're an aspiring rapper. In your age demographic, we didn't know too much about him outside of before the crime he committed. We didn't know too much about his career, but he was popular as hell. And he's making a lot of noise out here. And he was going to soon become one of those next crop of rappers to be making some money and being able to do well for himself and his family if he could stay on the right track. Real young. And we know how it is to be a wild gremlin. Yeah. And how it is to just be young, wild, and not thinking about anything but tomorrow. Not even thinking about tomorrow, thinking about right now. Yeah. And now it's unfortunate that a young man is about to become an old man in an institution just set in gear to make him a slave. It's terrible.
And the crazy part about this, the ironic part, I should say, is that that song that made him popular, they actually looked at that, and that was a deciding factor in them sentencing him and them convicting him and getting him what he got, 55 years. They looked at the song and looked at what he talked about, and it's one of those things where, and we've seen it a few different times, probably a handful of times, where rappers will rap about something thinking that whatever, I don't know, I don't think that the feds and stuff know how to interpret it, and you think they don't know what you're talking about because you're talking in slang. Nah, they know what you're talking about. But this is something that cost him his life, not just the video, but the action that he did, and then going into the video and admitting and telling people what went down and what you do. They used it against you. And here's what I'll say, man. Condolences to the family, of the person that was killed, first and foremost. And a young man, it's a double-edged sword here, because a young man loses his life. He has to be in a penitentiary for considerably most of his life at this point, and another man is dead. So 2 birds with 1 stone. Get out in this situation, and hopefully, the only thing you can hope with this is that he becomes a better person when he's behind bars. Hopefully he don't continue, that activity that he was doing, because he still could be a productive person behind bars at this point. He don't have to, totally throw his life away. And, but one person will never get that life back. And that's unfortunate.
What's crazy? It's not crazy, but we sit here and we jump to conclusions now, and not jump to conclusions in the sense of ending it for a man, because he still has life, he still has lungs, therefore he still has a chance out here to become something. And we talked about Larry Hoover a couple days ago, and he was once a young wild gremlin that made some mistakes and did his time. And look at what and how we're talking about him now, wanting that man to be free, wanting to see air, still having life to live. It's very early on, and he has a long way to go. And we're going to forget about TK in 5, 6, 7 years, but we'll be reminded of him, and hopefully we can one day look at this man and not call him TK, but call him by his real name, and understand the impact that he's still making out here. And one day go, okay, we can't wait for this man to get out of jail, even though he made some mistakes at 17 years old, and see where he's become now and seeing the help that he's done. It's not over, but he has a long way to go. And like, it's just unfortunate because all the fame that he was rising and grabbing is gone.
Right.
All the women, all the notoriety, the Instagram followers, all of that is soon to be gone. Yeah. We're not talking about a year. We're not talking about 6 months to where, all right, you got some time to get back and get popping. Nah, 55 years, you're done. And in that regard, when you're in rap career and things like that. So that's unfortunate, but life goes on.
Would you agree with the sentence? Do you think that, would you agree with that 55 years? You think it should have been maybe shorter, maybe 15 to 20? How do you feel about the sentence?
I've had families that's been murdered. And I believe that either it should be an eye for an eye, or the motherfucker should rot in jail for life. So I can't go back and sit back and be objective now just because, okay, this may be a young man, a young rapper. 55, if he did do this and he just got charged for it, I think he better say, okay, I can still have some life to live. Right. And be lucky for that. Because like you said, somebody can't come back from that.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's that's unfortunate. And eye for an eye, or you got to sit in jail. I could definitely agree to that. In most circumstances. So he'll have to just learn his lesson behind bars on this one, man. And it's unfortunate for both families here. But you're tuned into the Hip Hop Uncensored podcast with your brother Old God and SamAnt. We're going in today on this Tuesday. Everybody listening to us, do not forget to subscribe to the podcast and go ahead and leave that 5-star rating if you enjoy the podcast thus far. I want to talk about this story right here. Now, we were sitting here and we did a segment on this yesterday. You were still in Florida, actually, and Darrell Johnson, who's been R. Kelly's crisis manager, those words, right? Crisis manager for the last 7 months, pretty much slipped up and admitted that he wouldn't let anybody that's been accused of what R. Kelly's been accused of, be around his daughter. Well, a day after that, he has resigned from R. Kelly's team. And Steve Greenberg did put out a statement, who is R. Kelly's acting lawyer. He says he shares our confidence that this is an unprecedented assault against R. Kelly by others for their own.
It's only one.